everyone. Welcome to Mind of the Football Fans podcast. So glad you could join us. If you are watching live, or if you be watching after we are done recording live, thank you so much for joining us. We miss you guys. We hope you guys are doing good. I'm David, his spy. We have to start off by saying, Spy, how you doing?
As always, I'm very good, David. Thank you. How are you?
I'm really good. I'm really good. As you can see, I have a big smile on my face. Just like you, being here with you is so good. Being able to do this for the amazing fans is really good. So yeah, I can't complain. It's been a good week. No,
A little bit, yeah.
yeah. I mean, today's Monday, but it's been a good weekend. Good week. Good
Yeah.
weekend. It goes to a good week. So
Eventful, eventful weekend, eventful week. I guess
yes,
so.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And yeah, Mind of the Football Fans podcast, where you get all things Premier League football. This week, we're going to give you even something better. We're going to give you FA Cup football too, including Premier League football. So double the good
Double trouble.
stuff. Exactly, double trouble, double the good stuff. Yes, sir. But as always, we have to start by saying thank you guys so much because you guys are what makes us, you know, do this. Thank you guys so much for all the support, thank you for the love. And as always, please don't forget to like this particular video and subsequent previous videos also. And also, please subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends to subscribe, so that we can all vibe together and have an amazing time and, keep bringing football to the rest of the world, because football is the best sport ever, pretty much. Yeah. But yeah, so subscribe and hit that notification bell too so that you will be notified when we drop amazing content for you guys. And as always, don't forget this isn't the only place you can find us. We're pretty much on every podcast platform, wherever you get a podcast. We are out there. And as always, please check out our socials, Instagram, TikTok. I'm on social myself. I'm on Instagram, Spies on TikTok. So check us out individually or check out our channel. We'd love to see you guys there. We'd love to engage and connect to you guys. So please, please, please connect with us and let's vibe together, innit?
I love the way you just avoided the spies on Instagram. I love it. I love it. I really love it. Well, carry on, please.
Yeah, so please connect with us and let's have fun together. So as always, you know how we start the show with our two questions precisely. And today I actually have two questions. I wasn't heartbroken this week to not have a second question. So I do have two questions this week. So let's start with the first question. And it has to be, as always, please tell us what team you support. Please let us know in the comments if you're watching live. Or, watching this after. Tell us what team you support. I am an Arsenal fan, proud Arsenal fan. Spy, what team do you support?
I'm a football fan.
He's a football fan. Yes, Spy is a football fan. We love that. We love how he generalized it. And maybe reasons to why he's a football fan will be later disclosed in the episode as we go on. Second question. Most embarrassing performance you have watched this season from a team. Not in I don't we don't want individual performance.
No,
We
as
want,
individual, I had a lot to say, but as a team, yep. Carry on.
excuse me, as a team performance, what is the most embarrassing performance you have watched this season? Um Spy, you want to go?
Manchester United.
Manchester United. Okay. Which of the Manchester United games?
All.
Oh, okay. I was going to pick a particular game, and I have a few in my head. Obviously, I had the United's performance yesterday, but I also have Arsenal's performance against Lens in the Champions League. I have the performance against Fulham, and then also the performance against West Ham. That was really bad. Um, I have Liverpool's performance against Palace. It wasn't bad per se, but then the result just made it really terrible. Um,
I believe what I the answer to my question, I think I'm speaking for all. If you really watch football this season, I think I'm speaking for all in general. In terms of embarrassing, embarrassing, 100% Manchester United. Arsenal, the games record, there have been a bit like some bits of Arsenal football in that game, some bits of calmness, some bits of possession, some bits of you could see that this is from training ground. This is a team that has confidence. Yes, in general, it's embarrassing, but there are few minutes that you see it's going for the team. But in terms of United this season, I'm not saying last game. I'm not saying in terms of United this season, from Champions League all the way to yesterday's fixture or 2 days ago's, yeah, yesterday's fixture. Embarrassing. That's that.
Embarrassing. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to go into details now because that will probably go into that. But like, yeah, I think yesterday just kind of summed up United season in a whole.
Mhm.
So that's definitely. I mean, also Chelsea too has been Chelsea. I can't lie, Chelsea
Yeah,
too has
Chelsea.
been ooh, ooh,
Chelsea.
shocking.
Unfortunately, their player might just steal a golden boot, which is eye raising.
Shocking. Exactly.
We hope not, but let's
Yeah.
see what it does.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy though. It's crazy to think about. But anyways, this is match week 34. Match week 34 was quite a short one. Let's get into the straight into the business of the match week 34 in terms of Premier League was quite a short one because we had FA Cup drama and then some other teams had played more games than others. So match week 34 was quite short. So hopefully maybe we might keep this short. But let's start off with the few games here and there. Obviously started with Wolves nil Arsenal 2. Kind of have to say amazing goal by Trossard. That's just where it had to start. That goal came out from nowhere. Like I did like that goal was crazy. Let's not lie. That was just mind blowing goal. And then it was a very professional performance by Arsenal because they didn't give Wolves anything to bite.
I'm
But
really,
then they also
I'm really serious to interrupt you. But how was Trossard's goal again? And maybe I'm thinking of something wrong. But please tell me how was Trossard's goal. I believe that there was a bit of a ricochet.
the where Havertz crossed it for Jesus and Jesus got it and then hit it and then Trossard kind of like toe poked it kind of with like an outside foot toe poke. I don't know how to, I know it's not outside foot, but I know it's not fully toe poke. But then it just kind of hit the just did it hit the bar and went in. I was like, that's a crazy goal.
Okay.
That's a crazy. I mean, yeah. But anyways, back to the professional performance from Arsenal. It was quite professional considering the heartbreak of the Champions League. It's to lose 1-0 in that manner to Bayern. We knew it would be tough, but like being able to you come back. They played Wednesday, then they came back Thursday because they stayed overnight. They came back Thursday, went back straight into training, then played Saturday evening. Like mentally to recover from that takes guts. It takes determination, and then to come and it wasn't their best football, obviously. And it wasn't sparkling football, but it was professional. Wolves couldn't, other than that one chance they had in the first half, they didn't really have much to go on. So what can you say about the performance?
Wolves can have done a lot better.
That's fair. I mean, okay, playing devil's advocate, right? Wolves were quite short-handed. They only did have three fit first team players on the bench.
That face is the face of thank you for agreeing with me.
They
That's
could
that
have they could have done. I mean, obviously they had the likes of
so much better. They could have done so much better. But I think regardless of the players that they had on the pitch, regardless of the injuries, regardless of whatever, I feel Arsenal have still won the game, but it's have been like a more tight game than it was. Wolves that at least come out with a goal. Arsenal cannot keep it. Should not keep a clean sheet against Wolverhampton. But regardless, it was a good bounce back from Arsenal's perspective. Well, that's a good bounce back. They needed that for the title challenge. They need that. And yeah, that's all I can really add to that.
yeah, definitely. And when you look at it from a bigger picture, right? Obviously now they are 1 point above City now, and then they play again on Tuesday, which is pretty much tomorrow. They play Chelsea tomorrow. If they win that game, they are 4 points above City now. So now the pressure is back on City. Not that City feels pressure, but it feels better to like. Won't you say it feels better to like be 4 points ahead of City than kind of be chasing City? Like
It's always better for you to be the team that they are chasing. If you've ever been in a title challenge race, like when I mean title race, I mean in real life. IRL. If you're ever in the title race, you understand that it's better for them to be chasing you than for you to be chasing them. Because when you're chasing them, your focus is not what you have in your front. Your focus is what you have after what you have in your front. So if let's say, what do I mean by that? I mean you have a match today, your focus is we need these 3 points to be tied with City. So now you're thinking City, City, City. Instead of you thinking, okay, we have a match today, we have our opponents. What how can we break them down? How can we do this? How can we do that? You're just thinking about City, City, City. So
Mm.
it's
Yeah,
always
definitely.
good to be the team that they are chasing.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, in football, anything can happen this season. I mean, realistically, you expect
Don't
City not to.
don't push it.
Okay, okay, I won't push it. Okay. But yeah, good game from Wolves, good game from Liverpool. Arsenal keeping their sixth consecutive clean sheet away from home. That is bizarre when you think about it. To keep clean sheets away from home, you know, it's not as easy as people as it sounds like. To just look, that means like going away to that span they went to Etihad, clean sheet. Um, can't remember the other stadiums too, but the one I'm sure of Etihad clean sheet too. So that's it. That takes a lot. So six consecutive clean. It looks like Raya's running away with Golden Glove. So not necessarily to his own credit, more like the defensive credit, but like
Hundred
he's
percent,
just
100%,
he's you know
100%.
but I still feel like we underestimate him a bit though.
Nope,
Okay, take for instance that save.
no instance.
That save though. If he hadn't made that save though, I mean you expect him to make the save,
A
but then
college,
we don't
a
give him
college,
credit for it.
a college keeper can make that save. I'm sorry, I can call a specific name that can make that save. Permit me. Permit me to call the name.
No, don't worry about it.
Good, that's
Don't
good.
worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. Moving on to the next team that played because we actually had, good games this weekend. Um Fulham won, Liverpool 3. Ooh, what a free kick by Trent. Back with the signature free kick. What was surprised was he did like three different celebrations. You know, in one go he did that one, then he did and then he did the tea celebration. Like just had the
I mean,
celebration in the bags.
he had to back from injury, and he left off with that finish. That was his last goal before he got an injury against Fulham in that
Yeah,
same type of free kick position. So I mean, what a way to introduce yourself back. Wait. I'm happy.
yeah. And obviously Liverpool too kind of suffered the same setback, lost last weekend, then didn't necessarily lose in Europe, but like they got out of Europe just because they could not overcome the 3 goal deficit. So they got out of Europe, and then they needed a bounce back. But our club made big changes, really big changes. Dropping Mo Salah, he dropped Darwin Nunes, he dropped Luis Diaz, started what's his name, Harvey Elliott, started Ryan, Gavin Birch. All those guys kind of took a revamp in midfield. Started Kwanzaa too. I think if I remember correctly, six major changes he made to the team. So that's really big. Kind of looked like they needed a reset. You know?
Yeah, everything needs that once in a while. That's why we don't like injuries in the football club. But once you have that fit personnel and you have options on the off the bench, then you need that once in a while.
Yeah, Liverpool too are kind of in the same situation with Arsenal. They play before, or yeah, they play Everton on Wednesday in the Merseyside derby. That would be a big game away from home. That would be a big game, man. Obviously, on paper, you expect Liverpool to win, to be honest. But then anything can happen, though. It's football. So
Merseyside
again,
derby, you cannot expect something, you know. The
yeah,
Merseyside,
exactly. It could be by the time City play, it could be they are 4 points both behind Arsenal and Liverpool. If all things being equal. Um, City play Thursday on play Brighton on Thursday away from home too. So
at the Amex Stadium.
at
What
the
I'll say is, I
Emirates.
feel, and I think you can quote me on this. I feel the only way. City can lose this title race right now is due to legs, meaning they can drop points this week against Brighton. Because if you picture it, City players have are about to play over 270 minutes in the space of 12 days,
That's true.
which for a footballer, wow. For a
And that's also something I wanted to ask you about though. Like this fixture congestion, because like I say, City literally played Wednesday, then
Well, not
they
call it. I don't think I'll call it a conjection. I'll call it a carrying your own cross type of thing. Because at the end of the day, it's because of where they are in life that led them to that. What do I mean by that? I mean, you qualified for a final. You did. I'm not telling you not to. Don't get me wrong. You did. You qualified for the quarterfinals of Champions League. You did. They're not going to change the timetable to revolve around you.
but it looks like but to play again devil advocate, it looks like UEFA is adding more. Like, okay, let's take next season, right? The UEFA Champions League, the format is changing, so you play two extra games. You still
Yeah,
have
and
you still have Carabao Cup, you still have FA Cup. It's just
I think that in situations like that next season there should not be extra times in the Champions League. That's the only way to make players healthy. I think straight out from 90 minutes it goes into pens because City back to back extra times. That is you're talking 130, 20 or 30 minutes.
that would have low key killed them.
So
They played
120,
Chelsea.
120 minutes in like 4 days. Sorry,
Yeah,
280 minutes in 4 days.
yeah.
And you had the likes of Grealish, had the likes of Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Kyle Walker. You had the players like that, Ruben Diaz, John Stones, that played 90% of the game in Champions League and so on and so forth. And now you're coming. One thing that people don't understand is playing 45 minutes against Real Madrid is equal to playing 70 minutes in the Premier League.
'Cause that's literally it. Playing.
Because
I like playing like
Real
Madrid
Madrid
or Bayern.
a physical game, it's also a mental game. And it's mentally draining to play against that type of team that their coach has legit put beautiful individual players that have chemistry together and said, play to your best. No real instructions. Definitely stick to your position, but show yourself. If your manager tells you to show yourself, that's one of the best instructions you can give to a footballer. If you're a winger, if you're a midfielder, if they tell you show yourself, you know how happy you would be in a professional sense. I don't mean start show doing skills in your own half, but yeah. So it's mentally draining and everything. So
Yeah, and I don't know. And obviously you still have like the international. I mean, I guess we're digressing a bit, but like I feel like the number of games. I don't know where the number of games should be cut short, but I just feel like the number of games should be cut short a bit. Just because, again, like you said, they literally played 120 minutes against Madrid. Okay, yeah, they did have to travel. Yes, they did have to travel. They came back Thursday, trained. Maybe Friday rested, light training. Saturday they played Chelsea. Almost went to extra time. Imagine going to extra time again. Even from that Bernardo Silva's goal. Imagine going at extra time again.
even Bernardo Silva, did you hear his press conference? Did you hear his interview
He
after?
was fuming. He was
He
fuming.
goes 20 minutes in, he could feel his calves. Do you understand what that means? 20 minutes in, you could feel your calf, and you played 120. Wow.
He was
That's wow.
fuming.
It's
Anyways,
well, that's the only way that City can lose this title is because right now Pep has to do a whole lot of rotations because he's at a risk of getting some groin injuries, some muscle pulls, some cramps, some this, some that. So he has to do a whole lot of rotations, and They have to either step up against Brighton, the rotations, or hand Liverpool with the title.
Why did you say hand Arsenal the title? That's crazy. Again, you can't bottle what is not yours. Take for instance, United almost bottled against Coventry. Just so you know,
I'm not gonna.
that's the definition of bottling. What United almost did. That's the definition of bottling.
Sorry. Just so we, the man of football fans, we understand what David is trying to talk about. He's trying to hint that I'm a United fan, but I remember at the beginning of this podcast, I clearly stated I'm a football fan. So I don't know what he's talking about, but
Okay, my
yeah.
bad.
And
Anyways, let's.
when something is yours, right now you're sitting on what position in the league? First place, meaning it's yours for now. But if you bottle, it goes to Liverpool.
I'm not even because of time. I'm not going to go too deep into that. Everton 2, Forest nil.
Beautiful.
Everton needed that win badly. Now they are
Beautiful.
5 points. 5 points clear of the last place relegated team, that which will be Luton. Um, but then Forest, that's crazy. Speaking of Forest, because I think that's where the storyline. No one is even talking about the fact that Everton won, 2-0. Everyone is like, what Forest did. Forest came out with a statement, and I don't want to pull out the statement, but they kind of, in summary, or if you read in between the lines, they are kind of accusing the officials of cheating.
Yeah.
And I quote saying we met them saying he's a he's a Luton fan, and we asked the PGML to like remove him, things like that. In other words, saying there's a form of cheating.
Yeah.
That is disrespectful to the game, isn't it?
It's disrespectful to the game, but at the end of the day, football now is not what football used to be. Football now can be decided by a 60-year-old balding man behind a screen. Football then is decided by the feet of the players. What can we say? Shall I elaborate on what I mean by that?
No, I get what you mean, but that's still a mental statement to come out and flat on
Have you
say
watched
just
have you
cause.
watched Forest games? Not just this one. Have you watched Forest games? Have you
Yeah,
watched
but we're all human though.
We're
Are
all
all the
human, but
officials Luther fans?
once it's consistent. Once it's
Spy, we can't be
consistent.
going there. We can't.
I'm
We
not
can't be.
supporting Forest. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying football has changed.
That's a mental statement by first. Like if I mean I don't know what the worst is like coming out saying that. I obviously they hired the referee. I don't know what his post is, but that dude that came on as a referee. What they call these guys? I can't remember at the point of the top of my head, but they hired him, to come and you know I don't know even know what they hired him for, to be honest. And
Mhm.
I saw something. I was reading something, and he backed on that statement. He doubled down on it and said yes, that they this, and we stand by it. And I'm like, wow, to accuse. I've actually not seen that in my lifetime
I
of
don't
football.
think that's
Accuse a
I don't think that's accusations. I think that's
no,
publicly.
they are literally no spy. They are literally accusing the ref of cheating because
Do
he's a,
you know
they
what an accusation is? When you did not do something and I'm claiming you did it. That's an accusation. Publicly speaking is me just bringing what you did to the light. So that's what Forest are doing. They're publicly speaking.
anyways. I don't know what the punishment will be, but definitely because as of yesterday, the FA were investigating it, so it will definitely be something. It won't be point deduction, but it will be something crazy. You know. Anyways, Aston Villa 3, Bournemouth 1. Kind of look like Aston Villa has that fourth position in locks already. You know, and Oli Watkins is kind of running away with the playmaker award. Obviously, 2 assists and actually no goals but 2 assists. Double figures. Probably the best season of his entire life. Probably might not achieve this again, but like what a season is having with Watkins. And what a season Villa is having. Fourth place, now Emery is doing an amazing job. And obviously for Bournemouth, this isn't really this is really a big thing. This is just is just a defeat. They are still way ahead of schedule. To be honest, let's be honest. They are really way ahead of schedule right this season, and playing good football too. Solanke to having on an individual level, Solanke is having the season of his life. To what's 19 goals, 20 goals. I can't really remember. Out of the two, who do you take to the Euros?
Out of what to
Actually,
Solanke?
no. Out of the three, Solanke, Watkins, and Ivan Tony. You need one more striker. Who do you take to the Euros? Because obviously, to back up Kane.
I'll take Ivan Toney because he's an all rounder and he's that perfect striker build. Relax. In terms of forms of their life, in terms of form right now, I'll take Ollie Watkins.
What's the difference between Watkins and Ivan Tony? Considering Watkins kind of is that all round striker as talking about, makes the runs. He comes in deep, passes those balls through the channels.
Pause, bro. Pause. Pause. But yes, Watkins can be a playmaker, but at the end of the day, Ivan Toney is just Ivan Toney has an aura. And now I might be using FET or you have Arsenal. I might be using FET wordings here, but at the end of the day, Ivan Toney has aura. And that's just bottom of it.
Okay. Okay, I'm a good challenger. Currently, obviously, not right now. I'll take if I had my pick. If I was Gareth Southgate, I'll take Watkins. But there is a case for Tony to be made. I can't remember. I don't. I can't. I don't know if he played this Saturday, which is kind of
The only thing that's like justifying like the takeover like Watkins over Tony is the fact that Everton has played significantly less games than Watkins, and the likes of Mbeumo has shown over Tony this season. Take your leave it, Brentford fans, but that's the truth about the situation. Mbeumo has shown more than Tony.
yeah, yeah. And he did shine. He did shine this weekend. Speaking of Brentford, Luton won, Brentford five. I think Benmo had like 5 assists. Sorry, no, that's wrong. My bad. Had 2 assists. Set up Wissa for an amazing goal. And yeah, Brentford look like they are kind of hitting all cylinders now. Obviously, it looks like everyone now is back. Fit. Umbemo is back. Ethan Pinnock is back also and back. Looks like everyone is back fit. I can't remember if Tony started that game precisely, but Luton, from a Luton point of view, that was quite disappointing because you expected this is a home game. You didn't expect them to concede five.
Oh, what can we say?
This is one of those performances, and I watch. I was like, usually Luton are always fighting. They're always like they're always going at it. At least even they lose, they are losing with like fighting. But this performance was terrible. Like there was
But this
no spirit.
fighting.
What?
They scored the goal, so they basically lost fighting.
No, Sprite can't say one goal is fighting. That one goal wasn't even a giveaway. Like someone even gave the ball. Someone gave the ball to the guy
It
that scored. I
was a
can't remember
giveaway.
it was a giveaway. Like I'm not even messing around. The goal was a giveaway. Like they literally passed the ball to the dude, and the dude just rounded the keeper. I think the only work the dude did was round the keeper, and then he scored. But it was literally a bad pass that he pounced on. It's not like they walked for it, you know.
You
Um.
basically do work for that. It's the high press that leads to that. No, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. But Luton, yeah, Luton quite. I mean, don't get me wrong. Title rate. What would we have? 5 more games. The relegation battle is still not over. There's still a lot of points left to play. I think if I
I kind
remember
of want
correctly,
them to stay.
I do want Luton to
I
stay
know I
too.
prefer for them to go, but like I like the fight that I brought for like a first timer. I like that fight that they brought. Plus, this is like a dream team. Luton is like a boy's dream. That's why they have
Exactly.
backing of the Premier League. You know, when you're in Sunday League or whatever, and you climb all the way to the Premier League, that's a boy's dream. That's something of manager mode on FIFA. That's not a real. That's not in real life. And Luton they brought it to life. So that's what they have the backing of the Premier League and why in quotes first think they are making the moves. So what can I say? But
Loki, Loki, I'm not actually done that stuff with FIFA. I'm always like doing the whole Premier League team. But my
I
Loki
will
go to like League One and get that
my
thing up.
go to career mode team is QPR.
That's a good one.
In FIFA 14 I bought Messi.
Dreams,
Back in the day. Oh my god.
dreams, man, dreams. But anyways, also, speaking of teams that were firing on all cylinders this weekend, Crystal Palace 5, West Ham 2. That was a disappointing display by West Ham. Um, wow. Do you see that Eberechi's goal? The scissors bicycle. I don't know what to call it. I know he was up in the air off a rebound. Like Mateta shot the ball, the keeper saved it, and then it was in the air, and dude just. I was like, okay, I feel you, I see you, and that front three of AZ. I keep saying that this new formation Palace is playing, it's kind of just injecting life into them. I don't know, West Ham. Is it time for Moyes to go?
Never.
No disrespect to Moyes, but is it time for him
Never.
to go?
Never. 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 I think David Moyes should retire at West Ham.
So you mean pretty much after the season?
You think he's going to retire after the season?
I mean, I hope so. Like, cause West Ham fans really don't. Because this was really embarrassing, though.
Yeah, but it's one of them ones. You cannot just. West Ham have had a decent season. They are like 2 points behind Manchester United. I know they've played 2 more games, but that's that's a decent season. I think, if I'm not mistaken, West Ham is the only club that's still in Europe.
No, it's
I might,
Aston Villa.
I might be wrong. Is it
It's
Aston Villa?
Aston Villa. It's Aston Villa.
Okay.
They lost to Leverkusen.
Oh, okay. And they were Bayern Leverkusen's first loss this season as well. So
No, they didn't lose to. They lost to Bayer Leverkusen.
they lost to Bayern Leverkusen on aggregate.
No, they drew the second leg
Oh,
1-1.
is it? Okay. And that's
Yeah.
because I stopped watching it at 1-0 when West Ham was up. But at the end of the day, it's not really an awful season for West Ham. I think their best ever season was during the Jesse Lingard era, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, last season when they won the Conference League, that was like Cinderella run right there.
Yeah, but after that season, you know what happened? They lost all their goodies. They lost rice, baby.
Uh yeah. Last but not least, to round up the match week, Burnley 2 firing on all cylinders. Mathematically, it's still possible for Burnley to not get relegated, but I don't know how possible that is. But Sheffield was just also terrible. That was just terrible, nasty. Sheffield nasty, but credit to Burnley hitting 4 past Sheffield. Yeah, yeah, and that's your Premier League. Obviously, some teams didn't play. Spurs didn't play this weekend, so we couldn't laugh at handball. Also, obviously, we had some FA
You
Cup
praise
now.
Angeball. Don't join we fans to talk about Angeball now. You praise Angeball. You encourage Angeball. I don't want to hear it from you, honestly.
Yeah. Um, and obviously, there was FA Cup. Speaking of FA Cup, City won, Chelsea nil. Chelsea
Not even
Jackson should have.
Nicola Jackson. Nicola
Jackson.
Jackson, Ben Chilwell. They need to be studied.
Oh my God. Don't get me wrong, City. If this was a time to beat City, if there was ever a time to beat City, it was this. It was now because
You could
City had
see
no head on toe in this game.
you could see an out of structure Manchester City defense. A tired
Ooh,
legged Manchester City defense was out to display, but Nicola Jackson single handedly chose to keep a clean sheet.
three good chances that could have sealed the game.
I believe
Because
I called him something like 2 podcasts ago or 2 I called him what, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson has a better chance of scoring than him. I don't think you took that very funny, but now you're
Who's
saying
Tammy?
that.
Tammy, you remember a time where we had Tammy on this
I
pod?
told him Michael Jackson is a better striker than Nicholas, and he said he called Hoyland into this. Now we see why spy never lies.
Uh, but anyways, Chelsea's only. I know. Let me not make it all bad for them. For Chelsea having the season of the one of the most terrible seasons they have had in a while, very last season. For them to make it up to the FA Cup semi-finals, I think to me is a big something. They have made it to to an FA Cup semi-final, made it to a cup final. I think that's pretty nice for a first. I think it's still something that should be looked at. So I won't call it a bad season, but like
It's just like saying Manchester United have made it into back-to-back finals. Yeah, it's still a bad season because at the end of the day, the fans, they all know that they're going into that final to get a silver medal. So let's be real to ourselves now. We knew that City were going to win. We just did not know how long it was going to take. So
I mean, kind of took what 90, 80, 86, 87 minutes, something I can't remember.
I think it's
So I was
100.
watching the game and I was like, come on, Chelsea. Because I knew that it would probably have psychologically shocked City if
I
Chelsea
think
had scored.
Chelsea is diabolical.
Yeah. But another one, Coventry 3, Manchester United 3, and Manchester United ended up winning on penalties 4-2. Um, I can't remember the exact time, but I know that United were 3-0 up, 7 with about 15 to 20 minutes, give or take, left to play.
No, that's way too much. 30 minutes.
That's even bad. That's so you are telling me you cannot control a game for 30 minutes.
Who is me? My team can.
Manchester United could not control.
Sorry, on Saturday, my team controlled the game for 90 whole minutes,
What
dominated 5-0. Don't pull my team and Manchester United in the same sentence, please. Respect us.
Manchester United could not control a lead for 30 minutes. And after the press conference, like
I'm so
I mean,
sorry.
you could.
Sorry to interrupt you, but we could not control a lead for 2 minutes against Bedford. 2 minutes. We could not control a lead for 1 minute against Chelsea. This is reoccurrence. It's not something that's out of the blue. We expected it. We United fans, we did not expect a clean sheet.
Okay, but did
We
you expect them to actually come back 3-3? To
we
come back and
expected
head it?
once they scored one goal,
Okay,
I
yeah.
could open up my group chat for you right now. Once they scored one goal, we said Manchester United have lost. And we're about to lose, but somebody in the office decided to see a longer toe than Wan-Bissaka. We deserve to lose that game. We deserve. Sorry for that, but we deserve to lose that game. Give
Yeah.
Coventry the finals. At least Coventry can give City a fight because we are going into that finals without a fight. Like,
Yeah.
if
Hats
Coventry
off,
can
hats off to
score
Coventry.
3 goals in 30 minutes, what will City scores in 90 minutes? It's great.
Coventry played their life. And it was so sad because last season they lost to Luton in the playoffs for like Champions League football. Sorry, not Champions for Premier League football. Lost to Luton on penalties to at Wembley. It was so sad to see them again lose. But
And
hats off to them.
also, such a disgraceful behavior by Anthony.
Oh, that was sickening.
I love the sportsmanship by Maguire shaking hands
Maguire straight up knew what was going on. Casemiro
because
knew what was going on.
Anthony, yes, to them. What do you
Like I get the pride part. You have pride in your
There is
team
no
or whatever.
pride in that.
But like that
Footballer
is
is ashamed.
bullish.
There is no pride in that. I am so sorry. If Real Madrid should do a comeback against you, that's cool. Coventry, they're not in the Premier League. Why are
Okay.
you? That's why single-handedly he has become the most hated footballer this year. A fidget spinner. What's my fidget spinner? A fidget spinner for over 70 million. Why? I don't want to blame ETH because I want to give him one more season, but I'll just say this: United fans, please agree or disagree with me in the comments. Why would you see or come from a team you had Kudus and you had Anthony and you chose Anthony? Just keep that there. That's for the best. Just keep that there.
Anyways, for just so you know, Ten Hag's job is safe as of now. If he had probably lost, because he knew what was on the brain. And the sickening part was that he looked the camera in the eye, he looked the media in the eye, and said the performance was embarrassing. That's bizarre talk. Bizarre talk.
At
Anyways,
this, at this point in time, I feel like he whatever he says is going to get criticized. Because if he says, "Oh, it's embarrassing," they're going to say, "You sent your players out there. You made the substitutions. You did this. You did that." If he says it's not embarrassing, you say, "But we watched an embarrassing football." He cannot escape anymore at this point.
okay, that's fair. No, that's
He
actually
cannot
fair.
really escape anymore because what can he do? Justice for ETH.
That's fair. But yeah, credit to Coventry. I don't know the championship table precisely. I don't know if they will be coming back into the Prem or they have a chance to come back into the Prem. But yeah, credit to them. Credit to them. But that brings us to the end of match week 30.
Just before we end this, let me just ask you a fan's perspective quick fire question. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to call a list of players. You tell me sell or keep. Okay,
Okay.
Onana,
Keep. He's
look
beyond
sure,
blinding lights.
look sure.
He's still injury prone. I mean, what do you have? Just keep him.
You have
I don't.
two
I don't see
options.
any.
You have two options.
Keep him.
I'll ask you for an explanation. Thank you. Wan-Bissaka,
Keep.
Victor Lindelof,
Sell.
Harry Maguire,
Keep.
sell. Scott McTominay,
Sell.
keep. Casemiro,
Keep.
sell.
Anomaly. This is not an
Coquelin,
anomaly. Keep, obviously.
Pellegrini, or
Who's
Pelestri.
that?
I like calling him Pellegrini.
Oh,
I don't know.
Pelestri. Keep.
Diallo,
Keep.
Hoyland,
Keep.
so Bruno,
Keep.
Rashford,
Sell.
so Anthony,
Sell.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
Terminate
Terminate.
contract.
He, Martial.
He's already leaving. There's no point. He's leaving.
So that brings us to about four players that United should keep. So this means this club needs a new brand. We need to change our name from Manchester United. We need to start a whole new club because so-called Golden Boy has been. This is probably the worst winger performance in the Premier League I've seen since 2004. Marcus Rashford. Jesus, have mercy. But what can I say? Carry on, please.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Anyways, this brings us to the end of another amazing episode. Obviously, match week some games from match week 29 will be played this week. This is a double game. This was a double game week. It's kind of confusing, but don't read too deep into it. Some games from match week 29 will play this week. Chelsea plays Arsenal tomorrow at the Emirates. Obviously, Liverpool plays Everton at the Merseyside Derby at Anfield. And obviously, Man City go to the Amex to play Brighton in what could probably be a title defining weekend, because next weekend Arsenal plays Spurs at at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So definitely. But with that being said, again, that brings us to the end of another episode. Again, don't forget to please like and subscribe to the channel. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. Share with all your amazing friends and family, please. We love it. We love you. Um, don't forget that this isn't the only place you can find us. Spotify, our podcast, Google Podcast. I think Google Podcast is kind of tough because I think we're kind of ending on that one. But we'll still there for the meantime. We'll let you guys know of any changes. And obviously, check out our socials, Mind Old Football Fans on TikTok and on Instagram. I'm on Instagram, he's on TikTok. Check us out there.
Feel free to also ask for my Snapchat in the comments.
Please not do that. We hope you guys have an amazing week. This has been fun. Remain safe. Have a blessed week, guys. We're out.